Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 414. It is the first day of the week, aka the Kamehameha workout. I feel very good right now, very excited for this workout. But anyways, to the main subject matter for today, New Year's Resolutions 2026. So the main reason why I wanted to discuss this is because right now, as current filming of this episode right here, it is the 15th of December, which is about 16 days away from the actual end of the year, or the new year, I should say. So the main reason I want to discuss this now is because of the way that videos have been going. It's going to take me 2 months in order to get this one released. So this will come out, some of it say, like February-ish, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that one. But because of that, this is the time when to talk about this. I probably should have talked about it back in October. But in this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about what my goals are for this year, because we're already in the middle of the year by now, but as well is the fact that even though it is, as of recording this, December 15th, I'm starting a lot of this stuff right now. Some of them are ongoing, but I think that, waiting for the last day of the year and like getting everything out and then starting anew is somewhat of an idiotic thing. But we'll talk more about that, the goals, and a lot of other stuff. And also a asking of if you've stuck with your goals, because by now it's been at least a month, so I wonder how that's going. This is like a little bit of a myself and I want to know an update, but please let me know in the comment section down below. But with that being said, I will see you at Mother Base.
Alright, so started this day off with dips, which are pretty good, but anyways, back to the main subject matter for today. New Year's Resolutions 2026 edition. So the main reason why I want to discuss this is funny because, like I said before, I made this episode a while back, but now he's coming into the forefront to tell you how backed up I am when it comes to editing. But anyways, the main reason why I want to discuss this is because this is something where now, at this point in the year, I guess, at this point, it's what, 6 weeks in plus, and most people have forgotten most of their New Year's resolutions. And I'll be honest, so did I. I actually have them written down, but I looked at them and I'm like, oh, these are still my goals. And a lot of them are relatively the same, mostly things that are relatively, personal, such as getting out of credit card debt, which is a regular thing, can't be a slave forever. Hopefully, eventually that should be happening this year, which I'm still on the course for. But there are certain things like that I feel like people end up forgetting. Maybe they just stop doing certain things. I think one that I forgot that I wrote down before was speak less, which is kind of funny that that's something that I would be on this channel. But of course, if I'm not speaking on here, we are going to have a few issues, and I'm not going to get an AI voice to replace me halfway through just so I can speak less. It's more of a generality about other things and other avenues of my life, not necessarily just on here, but still, that was one that I forgot about, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably start doing that more often. The other two are relatively easy, just, way less. Particularly, I have a goal weight of 180 pounds, which I'm still trying to get to, and then eventually go from there to go lower until I see abs, which I want to do it and then just see them and then see what it feels like, because I know that that's going to be something that I would like to do and have been wanting to do for quite some time. But it's just stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. More things that are more adult-like. Do money investments, just make sure that I'm actually planning my future out, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Doing more things for my personal self, so writing more. Just writing in general. Just things that to let myself have different outlets than the ones that I already do, just because I feel like I would like to have more than just the same old ones that I already have. Establish some new ones, see if I actually like them, because that is one thing, is finding out things that you don't like are your outlets and then realizing, oh, I'm not into this. But that's a different episode for a different day. It is interesting to me though that by now many of people have literally given up on a lot of these things for X, Y, or Z reasons. Here we got snowstormed the fuck out of the area, so we were trapped in ice for basically a week and a half, so getting around was a bitch and a half. And I imagine that if I didn't have a home gym, that would have been an annoying week and a half, because I wouldn't have been able to get to the gym or anywhere. Actually, I barely worked in the office in that week and a half because it was that fucking bad. this is just something that happens. Those are the types of blows you kind of have to go through. And I have seen recently where somebody, I think it was James Vanderbeek before he passed, talked about like the idea of starting your New Year's resolutions at like in the middle of spring, when you're actually have nature coming out, when nothing is sleeping, when things start to wake up, because in the winter everything is sleeping. And I think that whilst this is true, and this is actually a very correct thought mentality, especially if you are going with the esoteric nature of something like that, it would make total sense. But I think that us humans are very numeric or Aramaic. No, that's not the right word, but they're just very obsessed with numbers. And I think that seeing the 1/1/new whatever the year the next, I think is such a powerful tool and pneumatic that people like to understand or just follow that, even though it's not necessarily the end all be all. That's why I started a lot of these things before 2026 even happened. But I guess my vision into what I was doing was a little subdued. I didn't actually pay attention to it. But this type of stuff, a reminder later into the year, is a kind of nice one, because you can kind of see where you are going and make sure you're on the right path. Especially myself, because I really did not think, I forgot about some of these, actually, a lot of them, honestly. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that one. Just like the money investments, I actually keep kicking that down the road, but I need to do that like tomorrow. So that is something that I will end up doing. But it is nice to at least have them written down somewhere, so that way you can go back and look at them, not just say one thing and then just kind of move on to it. You can forget it easily if you just put it out in the ether and never really write it down somewhere. So it is important to do that, at least find, because now it's a good place to start from, and a good reminder to make sure also to use that to make sure that you're aiming upward, to make sure that you're already going towards the areas you want to subconsciously, right? I am doing many of the things. It's not necessarily by directly doing them, but I'm trying to do them. And I think writing it down really did help me stay on course, but I need to go back and make sure that I'm staying on course. And that's what the service of this video really is. So if you know anybody who has any New Year's resolutions, or yourself, that have already given up already, or have, retraced or backtracked on them, or if you've backtracked on them, please let me know in the comments section down below. I would love to know or hear these stories. It's a very interesting thing to me.
And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercise is not filmed, none. Exercise is skipped, also none. Got everything in, thankfully. But anyways, back to the main subject matter at hand. New Year's resolution 2026 edition. I have crumbs in my beard. But anyways, the main subject matter for today is brought up because I will probably release this video after the new year, thus making it so that this is something I wanted to talk about. But as well, I started doing this already. It is December 15th as a recording of this video. Third time I said it. But the main reason why I've started it now is because I know that these are the goals I want to reach for the next year, so I might as well just get a head start on them. Sure, it's only 2 weeks and all this other stuff, but it's not like I just am going to die within these 2 weeks. Why take it leisurely? Just start doing the shit that you need to do and get it done now, rather, get a head start and then start, just stop sitting there, just twiddling your thumbs, doing whatever you can to distract yourself from the inevitable reality that is time passing by. I think that that's the entire point of it, really, is that, no matter what time it is of the year, you should probably start doing your shit now. Even if you are a couple months late, you should probably start doing it, whatever it is, and really aiming upward. I think that that's something that has been really on the mind recently, is that I've been aiming too downward recently. I've been looking too much into the abyss, and it's been starting to reflect back into my soul, which is not good. But maybe I'll talk about it in a different episode. But in this episode, I think I need to look forward into the future, and this is me looking forward in the future and trying to grasp out what I want from it, because obviously there are people who will not do this or disregard the new beginnings of a new year, because of whatever reasons, X, Y, or Z. But in reality, should look at it as the fresh start, or the kick in the ass that they should probably be doing currently, or by the time this video was released a month ago. But still, it is what it is. Sometimes things get delayed, life gets in the way. But if you can start a goal, start doing it now, obviously. So that's the entire point of this. So it doesn't matter where you start, whether in the past, the present, or the future, but just fucking start, that's all that really matters. So with that being said, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this one. This one was an interesting one, somewhat of a repeat of last year, but still at the same time, slightly different, obviously, because, time is ever progressing. There is no redoing of the past, really, or going back in time. So there is that, but please let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. Please let me know if you've continued on to your New Year's resolutions or what they are, or if you haven't and already gave them up. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Keep it heavy, stay safe out there, and stay warm, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!